Jessica Mbangeni, the sweat, the time, the devotion, it has paid off. Congratulations on your transformation.
Thank you ever so much, Madlongoti Kolosa. It has not been easy. Actually, it's the journey of 14 years now.
Wow.
Where I've started lymphatic drainage. It has been a very difficult journey, a long journey of 14 years now. Started with lymphatic drainage and electropad machine.
Wow.
It's because my health was deteriorating, more especially after my second born. I experienced symptoms of arthritis, fatigue, sinus, very, very bad sinus that was blocking me. So each and every year in September, October, I wouldn't even have my voice. It would be difficult to perform, and these are the busy moments whereby I should be having my strength because I breathe with my lungs, and as a praise poet, I need to give more energy than any normal person. So a gym was not working for me. I would just get tensions and body strain, and I would be frustrated. I was wondering what was happening, and a friend of mine from the salon, when we were doing the nails, she said she actually prefers lymphatic drainage massage. I was like, what is that? A massage can really help someone to be so well. And she was looking so poised, and it was after the baby. I was like, oh, Mrs. Majosi has changed a lot. And I started this journey. It was costly, as she even said to me. It's not like your gym, my darling. It's costly, but it's worthwhile. So she referred me to Sally. Sally took me. I realized that actually I had lymphatic nodes. There were lots of nodes in my body. Knots, big knots, painful knots. And mina, I would only feel there's a pain and massage that, but the whole body is full of those nodes. So actually I was supposed to collapse and die whilst I'm glowing and being beautiful. People think that I am healthy. So it is caused by fatigue, it is caused by a bad diet, and our genes as well are contributing, because there's a certain lifestyle each and everyone is supposed to be designed of, but we live a generic life as the people. We all eat pap and all that. So when a friend of mine told me about it from Australia and said there's a lymphatic blockage, I was like, she's just being white. And I thought maybe I was going to find a white person when I came here to Sally. Kandi Sally, she's an African woman. And I was like, I got confidence. I'm going to be delivered in this. But I thought it was going to just heal me. I didn't know it was going to be my lifestyle. So as I breathe, my body organs are being resuscitated. So once the resuscitation stops, it means my body organs are going to deteriorate, and I'll have chronic diseases. Because there was a time whereby I was tested from the urine, because I was like, I've got burning urine. What is going on there? But I do not see any infections. And then when they tested me, they said diabetes, blood pressure, 5 things that made me to be so confused and frustrated me so much. So these lymphatic nodes were going to trigger complications in my body. So as I was going through, I was like, Sis Saliman, but I still have fatigue, more especially when I do not I do not come through because I travel. What else can I do? So I said, I'm going to design you an eating plan. I was like, yo, So wants to frustrate me now. And then lockdown happened, and we ate, and Sicily was closed. Whew, my body blocked. It got swollen. I couldn't walk. I lost rhythm. I couldn't breathe. I would walk for a short period, just a few steps, and I would sit down. I was like, oh, I'm losing myself. This is frustrating. I called Cicely again, and I kept on. But she said, but what's going on with you? It felt like my body was rotten. The way I was so screaming in this place, it was embarrassing. And I was screaming out of pain, deep pain that was cutting into my heart. Like, you know what? I was even saying, Cicely, you know what? I'm dying, Cicely. I'm dying. To my children, I was saying, I'm dying. I couldn't walk when I wake up in the morning. I couldn't go to the bathroom. I couldn't walk down the stairs. I was walking like a sick person, walking sideways. But when I'm in front of the clients, I would pretend everything is okay and fly over and do my work. When I come back home, I couldn't even undress myself. It was difficult. Then I called Anne because a friend of mine recommended Anne, and I started at trainings before lockdown. I said, now, you know what, Anne, save my life. I couldn't breathe at the time. I waited for her because after lockdown there were traffics. I had to wait for her so that she can understand. I made her understand that I couldn't breathe. I couldn't sit because it felt like my organs were crunching. I was sitting at the reception like a pregnant woman. We started the journey. She started assessing me with the weights, and she saw the pain I was going through. She saw how I was walking with no rhythm. She saw how frustrated I was. I lost character. Then we started the journey. She gave me the eating plans. She detoxed me. She gave me juices. I had to give my life to Anne's hands, whereby sometimes when she gives me certain juices, they were not even labeled. I said, you know what? My life is in her hands. She must help me. I detoxed. And as I was coming to Cicely, she felt the difference. And then that encouraged me, because right here, I had 4 layers here, and huge layers that were full of things like there are stones right around. And in my stomach, it was like there were stones that were moving around. I was even asking Cicely, what is this? I was afraid to go to the hospital. Then Anne suggested that I should start training, but in a different way, because I said, no, I can't breathe, I can't hold, I can't keep up. And she invited me to a certain gym. It's called Body 20 in Sentin. So they did my in-bodies, and then they put me to the machine so that I can test. It was a bit exciting because they said I'm going to train only for 20 minutes. So I was like, yeah, it's happening. I love it. I'm not going to be here, and it's private. I started, they checked me, and I saw that the amount of fat that I had. I saw the amount of water that I had in my body. I saw the amount of muscle that I had. I said, what has worn out my muscle? Because my strength comes from the muscle. The strength of a human being comes from the muscle. That means my bones are rotting. That's why I get swollen. I've got eczemas. As soon as I sit down, there would be blisters of eczema coming out. My feet would just get swollen. I would like, what is going on? My body cannot carry myself. and it's the lot of water and a lot of fat that overwhelmed my body. And we started with the training. It's like electroped, ne? That Sisali is using. But now you've got a program whereby you do cardio, you do relaxation, you do a lot sorts of things that you do in a normal gym. But they assess you when you feel tired. They encourage you to go for relaxation for 20 minutes. So it was most of the times, because I had fatigue, I was doubling up, which is with the lymphatic drainage session, which is one that I do with Usisal. So I would sleep, deep sleep more. It eliminated insomnia. And, well, I felt a change. I got excited because I could walk now. I felt good. I could walk up the stairs a little bit quicker. And I could run. Listen, I booked my ticket. I decided to draft a tour and go back to my life. I called Sis Sally. I would scream when I come here and chat now, start to talk about life challenges and excitements. And I'd like to talk, and I started to talk about boys, you know what I mean? I started to feel sexy, you know. You don't know. Because even my confidence was getting bruised. My confidence is being affirmed by myself, not by the society. I'm not a person who gets who feels subjected to the society, but it was getting bruised right in my presence when I'm looking at myself. Good, you know what, Jessica? What has happened to you, girl? What is going on? Where are you going? Who is this? And then now I began to change. Hey, I began to go to the salon and scream out loud and make some moves and dance. And then I drafted a tour. I traveled cities, Jamaica, Panama, Mexico. I went to the city that I have never been. I said, you know what? This is the feeling that has taken me back to my life. A life even before I realized that I've lived. When I was a 6-year-old. And I jumped around New York City, Washington, North Americas, Canada. And guess what? I had fun in Dubai, around the beach. And driving it, because I remember the previous years where I would travel, but I would be driven by my friends. Let's do this, let's do that. Now I would be the one who's waking up and inviting my friends, come to Dubai, baby. Come to Dubai. And I was running around the beach in the heat. Now, because the toxins went down in my body transformed into detoxing the toxins and taking the vitamins. So the strength of my muscle was overcoming the toxins in my body. So, but I had to be disciplined and eat accordingly, and eat the protein and drink water. And one other thing that has helped me is the body wrap, because the toxins really need to come out of your body. They go out through the gym, but the method that I have used is the gym, lymphatic drainage massage, and the package that comes with it, whereby Mrs. Sally helped me with the body wrap. Hey, that body wrap, there's a time whereby toxins were coming out. I had blisters, itching blisters, the whole body. It showed that I was really at the death verge, whereby I was really confessing and even saying all these things of awareness of my departure to my children. And they were not happy. They were very emotional, but they were giving me moral support. And I thank them a lot, thank my family. Without them, this journey would not have been possible, because you wake up at 6 o'clock, you have to eat. You've got I've got a homeopathic doctor on the other side who works hand in hand with Miss Anne, approving my meals, approving medication, supplements. Had to take out these ones, even if they are good, you have to take, because the other one is accelerating something. So I'm enjoying this lifestyle. It's unique. I'm a queen, baby, you know what I'm saying? So I deserve to be living not just a generic life, but a life full of a certain lifestyle, because I am giving joy to the people. And also I'm taking energies from the people. I am giving more than I am receiving. So I am giving more attention to myself by having these powerful people around me who are full of wisdom. So I thank you so much, and I thank the Almighty God, because each time I would take a spoon and eat, I would say a prayer. So the food has been the healer, and it's still healing me, and we must not take it for granted. The time to pray for the food, because food heals and it must work in our bodies. We must talk to our bodies. So our minds all the time, we must not take it for granted that we afford food. Food can be so poisonous and can cause premature death. Food brings so much joy, is the center of the joy. Let's make it available amongst ourselves. Let's eat and eat all the time. Eat more than 6 times. Snack. We are not supposed to eat to be full, but we must snack. Eat to live.